Hey witches, welcome to Busy, Gritty, Inked and Witchy, a magical living podcast for the busy witch. I'm Morgan, eclectic witch of almost 25 years, Avalon priestess, and busy witch. Here we'll talk all things witchy, from current metaphysical happenings to my busy witch tips and tricks, and everything in the in-between. This podcast is my personal journey, filled with my knowledge, opinions, and unique way of looking at the world. Join me as I weave the magical and the mundane in every episode. Hey witches, welcome back to Busy, Gritty, Inked, and Witchy. I am Morgan, and today I am sharing some easy protection and cleansing for witches tips. Yeah, the holidays are here. Mariah Carey is heard in every single public establishment, from grocery stores to the mall to just everywhere. And family obligations are going to be coming. Yes. You may have an amazing relationship with your family, and therefore today's protection and cleansing tips would apply to maybe just the shit happening in the world today. I don't know. But if you're anything like the average person, when you have to go to these family reunions, family get-togethers, holiday celebrations, then you may have a pervy uncle or a racist grandfather, or maybe a grandmother who constantly asks when you're going to go back to college and get a real job. Rest in peace, Grandma Harris. Anyway, that is why I decided that right now is probably a perfect time, with just everything going on in the world, but also with the holiday season fast approaching, to do some easy protection and cleansing methods for you all. Okay. So these are ones that I personally use. And I did take a lot of this information from a protection and cleansing lessons for the Ink Spirit Coven. If you are a coven member and you decide to go back and look through them, or if you decide to join the coven and you decide to go through the protection lesson, which was actually an amazingly fun lesson. I did the A to Z of protection. So literally like every letter of the alphabet has a form of protection. And it was a really fun lesson to put together. And then our cleansing lesson is separate from that. It has, a lot of tips as far as how to cleanse your space, how to cleanse you, all that kind of good stuff. But what I'm going to cover here are probably some of the more common ones, and they're easy. They can be implemented on the fly. There are things you can do, like if you're in the middle of a family reunion, family get-together, whatever, and you need to remove yourself very quickly to go ground, cleanse, protect, all that. That's the kind of stuff I'm going to go over today, okay? So the absolute easiest form of protection, and what I'm going to do is go over protection first and then cleansing. Generally speaking, they kind of go hand in hand. At least that's what I've found. Or it's best to do a cleansing first and then do a protection. But for a lot of us, we're out and about. Maybe we can't immediately cleanse. So you want to make sure that you're at least protected. Okay. Especially if you're an empath and you absorb or you can feel the emotions of others. Protection is key. If you are not doing protection methods every day and then cleansing methods probably at the end of your day, then you are probably absorbing too much outside shit. Okay. So we're going to start with protection. The easiest form of protection is a visualization method. Okay. This is the most common. And if you do it every morning, then you get into the habit of having a daily protection ritual, okay, which is just good to have. It's an amazing thing to have for a witch, especially for an empath, to just put that shield of protection around you. And you can do that with zero supplies, okay? Basically, what you do is you close your eyes, you take 3 deep breaths to calm and center your energy, and then you visualize a protective shield around you. And it can be like a shield, a cocoon, a bubble, an orb of light. But basically, you want to make sure that it's all around you, but it's flexible. So test it out. Like as your eyes are closed and you're visualizing this colored light around you, You put your arm out, make sure that it goes with your arm, put your leg out and make sure that it, follows the contour of your leg, because you want it to be flexible. You want to be able to breathe in it. You want to be able to move. You want it to move with you. Okay. You can visualize a color, and that way you can visualize a different color depending on what energy you want to amplify around you. All right. A lot of witches just stick with a white protective shield because white is very protective. If you go with a gold, that's also going to give you a boost of positive energy, and it's divine masculine aligned. So that's going to be like, say you're low energy one day and you really want some strength, some high energy, vitality, motivation. You can use a gold shield or gold protective bubble around you to amplify those energies. Silver relates to intuition and divine feminine energy. So if there's a day where you really just need some comfort and some nurturing and you need to be in a flow, then you could visualize silver energy around you, and you're really going to tap into that divine feminine energy. White, of course, is just protection. Light blue, I've always used for healing. So if you're feeling a little low, you can visualize light blue energy around you. Pink is for love and self-love. Purple or lavender is spiritual in nature and also for divine guidance. So if you're really feeling like you want to tap into your higher self that day or your guides, you really need some direction, try purple or lavender. Green, of course, is for abundance and also heart healing. So if you're going through some emotional stuff and you want to heal, you can surround yourself with a green light. Okay. So again, visualization of like an orb, a shield, a bubble is the easiest form of energetic protection for witches. The next is a pentacle. The pentacle is a star with the circle around it. Otherwise, if it's just the star, it's known as a pentagram. And you can use both, but the pentacle represents, the 5 points represent earth, air, fire, water, spirit. And then with the circle around it, it represents the coming together of the mind, body, spirit, but also a symbol of protection, of bringing all the elements together to protect a person. Okay. So if you wear a necklace or a ring, some kind of piece of jewelry with a pentacle on it, or, a shirt, a dress, something, that's automatically going to have protective energy. If you don't have a piece of jewelry, or if you're not out of the closet, the broom closet, you can always use temporary tattoos. And shameless plug, if you go to our website, inkedgoddesscreations.com, type in tattoo in the search, you'll see witchy symbols, temporary tattoos. Those have a lot of pentacles, some triple moons, some goddess symbols, all kinds of stuff. And then you can put it anywhere. It would be for you. So you can put it somewhere where no one is ever going to see it. And you will have that protection on you. So like shameless plug done, because you can also draw it on you somewhere if you want to. But if you like the idea of a little witchy temporary tattoo, the sheets are only $2 on our website. So anyway, you can also draw a pentacle. This is my favorite. I do this every day. You can draw a pentacle onto your skin using lotion or body oil if that's what you prefer. Or in your foundation. And that's what I do every morning. Is I actually have 4 different symbols that I draw on in my foundation or my tinted cream stuff. And I draw these 4 symbols on, with intention. And then as I'm rubbing them in, I'm visualizing them creating like layers of a shield around me, depending on the 4 symbols that I use. But you can do the same with lotion, with oil, like body oil. Or you can even, this is kind of goes back to the other one. But like if you spritz on like a body spritz or a protection mist or something like that, then that can also be like you're creating your shield, But as you are drawing the pentacle, and you can use other symbols too, like if you have one that you resonate more with, like a triple moon or an ankh or a triskele or a triquetra or, something else, then as you're rubbing that in with lotion or oil or whatever, you're visualizing that protective shield on you. Okay. The color black, it shouldn't be a surprise as to why witches wear black. It is highly protective. Dark colors themselves, highly protective. They actually will reflect or deflect negative energy. Okay. So black, super protective. This is why you see a lot of witches in black. Dark brown, gray also works, but any kind of dark colors will work. So if you just wear that, I would visualize everything. So the key to infusing magic into your everyday life is your intention. So don't just put on your black shirt in the morning. As you're putting your black shirt on, you're visualizing the protective shield around you. You're doing it with intention. You're stating, I'm wearing this shirt today as a shield because I don't want to put up with other people's bullshit today. Whatever you want to do. But that's the key to infusing your daily life with magic is your intention. Doing it consciously, doing it with intention. Okay? Just a fun tidbit there. You can also say affirmations. So a really common one, I think that's highly effective for me at least, is I am protected and shielded from negative energy and the energy of others. That is something, and look, I'm going to get to how I double duty here in a minute because I'm a busy witch. So I like to, kill 7 birds with one stone when I'm trying to do magical work. And we're going to get to that, okay? Flipping for those who are not watching on YouTube. Okay. Gemstones, very easy way to just put them in your pocket, put them in your bra, put them in your purse, your backpack, your wallet, your back pocket. I don't care. Put them somewhere. But black gemstones are probably the best for protection. So onyx, tourmaline, obsidian. A lot of empaths use black tourmaline because not only does it cleanse you of negative energy, but it also deflects negative energy. So it creates that shield for you. And for me, it has been the best empath protection gemstone that there is. Okay. Smoky quartz and tiger's eye are also highly protective. And if you have just quartz points, those work as well. So just carrying these around, putting them in on your person, in your pocket, on your purse, whatever you can do. Just having those helps create that shielded bubble around you. Herbs. So I love to show you how easy magic is. I just got done saying it. But there are herbs, common household herbs, that are amazing for protection. My favorites are rosemary, black pepper, and garlic. Those 3, and salt, of course. Salt is cleansing and protective. So if you have salt, pepper, rosemary, and garlic, that is a delicious chicken dish, or roasted vegetables if you're a vegetarian. So just by intentionally cooking with those herbs, then eating. So let's say you meal prep, and you're making chicken breasts. Go ahead, throw rosemary, black pepper, salt, and garlic on it. And then while you're eating your lunch at work, you're visualizing those herbs creating a protective bubble around you from Karen, who's annoying the shit out of you today. So that's how you can double duty. That's how easy magic is. Again, it's your intention. But I'm pretty sure most people at least have salt and pepper. You know what I mean? Those are both protective. Salt is cleansing, pepper is protective. Bam, just by adding salt and pepper, you are taking those energies in you, and that makes them even more protective. Okay. So I got all that. Common household herbs, as you eat, visualize protective bubble. Yeah, there you go. So that's that. Now, if you want to take the gemstones and you want to take the herbs, put them together. You can always create a protective witch bottle, a little mini one that you throw in your bag or your car or your purse or whatever, or a witch bag, okay, a spell bag. If you want to do either one of those and carry it around with you, then you can also add things like iron. So get real nails or tacks. Witchy herbs, like what I mean by witchy herbs is like ones you may not have in your spice cabinet. Angelica, frankincense, which is a resin, holy basil, mugwort, mandrake, sage, and wormwood are all extremely protective. So if you were to add any combination of those into a little bag with a gemstone, maybe, and if you're going to put it in your pocket, I definitely would not put the nails in the bag. You can do nails in a glass jar, but don't put them in a bag and then put that in your pocket. You're going to poke yourself. Yeah. But anyway, if you add the herbs, add the gemstone, and then, throw them into a little like organza bag or a little satin bag, tie it up, throw it in your purse or your backpack, whatever it is, or your car even. Great way to just have that little spell bag, that little spell protection spell with you all day. So those are my easy protection tips. Okay. Now I'm going to go into cleansing. And cleansing is, to me, there's a difference between cleaning and cleansing. When I say clean, like clean your altar, take all the shit off, dust it, wipe it down, put all your shit back on. Okay. That's what cleaning is, Then cleansing is removing negative energy. Okay. I fully believe you can cleanse and clean at the same time. In fact, I highly recommend it because it cuts out a step. So like, for example, when I am cleaning my home, like mopping the floors, I add essential oils or Florida water or floor washes, herbal floor wash water to my mop water so that I can clean and cleanse at the exact same time. That's just, I'm a busy witch, like we said. So this is where we're going to get to what I was talking about earlier. I take a morning shower. Oh, shit. Hold on. I have a pop-up. So annoying. Sorry for that. I take a morning shower. Okay. It just wakes me up. I don't know how I could function without morning shower. But when I am in the shower in the morning, I clean my body with soap, and then I cleanse it and I protect all in the shower. Okay. So I visualize, not only do I visualize as the water is coming down and it's washing over me, of course, I'm cleaning myself, like I'm cleaning the dirt off of me and the funk off of me. But I am visualizing the negative energy, the negative thoughts. I do that a lot, like if I've been having negative thoughts as far as like, oh, I should have been doing this, or guilt or shame, or beating myself up over having to extend a deadline or something. I take all of that funk, all of that shit that weighs me down, and I visualize it running off of me with the water and running down the drain. Okay. I also personally use natural herbal soaps. With the exception of if I ever have a gap where I don't have a new bar of soap and I have to use my husband's body wash, I have not used a chemical body wash on my body, at least in 5 years, I would say. I couldn't even tell you when the last time was I actually used body wash. I know it's probably been more than 5 or 6 years. I continue to use all natural soaps. Number one, I love buying soaps at like craft fairs, and I love them. I love supporting small soap businesses. I love it. Number two, I do it with intention. Right now I'm using a geranium fennel soap. Okay. Sounds weird as shit. I know. It smells amazing. But for me, I really needed geranium is associated with divine feminine energy and compassion, self-love, and self-care. So as soon as I saw geranium and fennel, I said, well, I need to use that. I need to have that in my arsenal, because the geranium, like when I'm taking baths or taking showers in the morning, I want that self-compassion, that self-love, that empowerment, that divine feminine energy to start my day. And that's what I want. Okay. So I choose herbal soaps based on their scent, any type of herbs or additives that have been added to them. And I've been using, for years, this is how I double duty. This is how I pamper my skin, but I also am cleansing it, and I'm adding just a touch of magic to just my regular routine. Okay. So I choose herbs or soaps with herbs like rosemary, eucalyptus, extremely cleansing, extremely healing. So especially with cold and flu season coming up, I highly recommend anything with eucalyptus and peppermint because it's going to open up your airways too, especially if you've got a cough or you've just got that crud that happens when the weather changes. Eucalyptus, peppermint, beautiful for that. I actually will get soaps with salt, like pink Himalayan salt added to them, or charcoal. Both of these highly cleansing. And then I will do some with sage. So let me tell you, sometimes my herbal soaps smell amazing. We're talking rose, lavender, some peppermint, and sometimes they smell like just flat out ass because I am using them for the herbal properties. Sage soap, absolutely amazing for scrubbing the funk off of you. Smells like turkey. It reminds you of Thanksgiving dinner. So you don't come off smelling like a literal garden of roses. You come off smelling herbal. You smell herbal. That's what it is. Okay. But cleansing negative energy with a soap that has like some ground up sage leaf in it. Beautiful. Absolutely. It is the most cleansing for me. Okay. So that's what I do. And then what I do in the shower is I'm cleaning and cleansing at the same time because of my herbal soap. I'm visualizing while I'm in the shower, all of the negative energy, the funk, the negativity, all of it running off of me down the drain. And then when I'm done with my shower, before I get out, I actually use the elements in my shower. Okay. Because for me in my shower, you have the water running down, obviously. You have the heat. You have fire from the warmth of the water. You have the air just around you. And I happen to have the floor of my shower is natural, like river stone. So I have all 4 elements there. Now, if you want to hold your herbal soap or if you want to put a water-safe gemstone into your shower, like a quartz, then you could you could hold the quartz while doing it. But because I have all 4 elements there, earth, air, fire, water, that is when before I jump out of the shower, I calm and center, I close my eyes, I visualize all 4 elements helping me to create a protective barrier around me because I have them all present. It's super easy. And then when I turn off the shower, I'm done. I'm clean, I'm cleansed, I'm protected, all in one step. Okay. So some other gemstones that are great for cleansing. Oh no, wait a minute. Hold on. I have one more thing before I'm done with showers. Hold on. Shower steamers work really well for infusing your shower with some herbs. Especially, like I said, it's cold and flu season. I cannot stress enough peppermint and eucalyptus. They are cleansing, they are grounding, they are opening, they are protective. And if you have that crud, they're going to open you up. Okay. So shower steamers, are really cool. You just kind of put them in the corner of your shower. And as the humidity heats up and the moisture heats up in there, it just releases the scent. So you're at least like surrounded in this beautiful cleansing bubble of scent. Cotton bags with herbs also works. I don't have a bathtub. So everything that I have to do as far as like ritual bathing, ritual cleansing, ritual baths, I have to do in my shower. So I generally have like a cotton muslin little drawstring bag. You can get them real cheap off of Amazon. And I will fill it with protective herbs and salt and things like that. Wet it just like I would a bar of soap. And then I run that over my body if I feel like I need extra protection. Or you can create like an herb blend for something like self-love. Or if you're getting ready to go on a date and you want to maybe put some attraction herbs in there, put some sexy time herbs in there. If I feel like I'm getting sick, I'll put some healing herbs in there. These kind of things, or abundance herbs. So you can customize the herb bag, and then I clean and with my bar of soap, and then I run the herbs over me to attract that energy to me. And then also another fun tip is just a few drops of essential oil in your shower floor before stepping in. So like just a few drops of essential oil, turn on the shower, and essentially they work like a shower steamer. But that way you're getting that like eucalyptus, that peppermint, that sage, whatever it is that you want without actually having to put it on you, especially if you have like super sensitive skin. It's just emitting that aroma for you if you use the essential oils, okay? So now moving on, some cleansing gemstones that you can just keep on you include selenite, kyanite, clear quartz, amethyst, bloodstone, and citrine. I personally use sound for cleansing a lot. I love a singing bowl. I love a bell. I love music for cleansing. So if you have a bell, something you can ring, that will help clear your energy, clear stagnant energy, clear negative energy off of you, or if you have a singing bowl. Otherwise, if you're starting to feel really weighed down and you know that you just have some kind of funky energy on you, put on your favorite playlist and shake the shit off. Shake it off, like shake off that negative energy. And use the music to empower you and help visualize that negative energy just flying off of you, okay? You can always smoke cleanse using incense, and yes, that is stick incense. You do not have to have an herb bundle or herbs that you burn on a charcoal disc. You can use stick incense. It invokes the element of air, which is super cleansing. And the smoke cleansing, like the smoke off of the herbs or the incense itself, is going to clear away negative energy. If you cannot burn candles or incense or anything, like if you're at college or if you're traveling and you can't do it in a hotel room, then I highly recommend making a cleansing mist that you can then spritz on you. So that would just be some distilled water and any kind of essential oils or herbs that are for cleansing. So any of the things I mentioned up above in the showering section, the eucalyptus, the rosemary, peppermint, sandalwood's a good one too. Any of those you can add a few drops of essential oil and then use it as a mist, or you can just use those herbs in the water. It'll go funky a little bit quicker if you're using the actual herbs in the water. But you can still do that. And that's what I have. Wow. I got to the end of that. Again, these were just easy methods for protection and cleansing, especially if you're on the go, especially if you're busy, especially if it's something like you need protection right now. Like if you're at that family reunion, and you need to set boundaries. There's so many other amazing things you can do, especially for cleansing, especially for protection. I highly recommend too, just with the weight of everything that's on. I do recommend a social media detox, putting your phone down. We talked last week about how you have the power, you have the power over your mind and your emotions and your reactions and everything. So cleansing can also be setting your boundaries, like cleansing and protection. So much about setting boundaries, not only with physical people, like at a family reunion, but with virtual people. A lot of people are talking a lot of shit right now. And if you just don't want to hear it anymore, you don't have to. You can either put your phone down or you can unfollow them. I think Facebook lets you just you can stay. So if you have to stay friends with that crazy aunt, you can still stay friends with her. You just don't have to see her shit anymore. These are all forms of cleansing, energetic cleansing, just to raise your level. I will throw in here as well. It took me a little bit of time, but my Facebook feed and my Instagram feed are now full of cat videos. Yes, cat videos, funny animal videos, my favorite comedians. It took a while to curate, but I just started clearing out, people that were pissing me off, or I started unfollowing family members that made me roll my eyes way too much. And then you interact with whatever videos you interact with and this is on any platform, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever videos you interact with are the ones that are going to show you more. So if you go down a rabbit hole one day, and a very bad mental health rabbit hole, that's what you're going to continue to see in your feed. If you no longer want to go down that really bad mental health rabbit hole, then don't watch those videos. Instead, watch cat videos. And what I'll start doing, look, I'm gonna make it a mission. I'll make it my mission now. Okay, I'll state it here so that I have accountability. Okay. On my Instagram, I will start sharing some of my funny cat videos that I find amazing. Okay. And I'll share them to my stories. I usually just don't share. Look, you guys, I'm just very introverted right now. It's hard for me to share a lot of things. But if it will help you all out, because I know it definitely helps me out, I'm at, Instagram.com/inkedgoddesscreations. I'll start sharing the funny cat videos and the things that bring me joy in my stories. So if you need a little oasis, you can come to my Instagram, click on my stories, and, if y'all have not seen Loki Does Tricks, that's his name, like the name Loki, and I think it's Loki Does Tricks. I highly recommend it. It's a sarcastic, snarky cat. Great. He's wonderful. Anyway, that's what I have for you all today. If you want the full classes on not only cleansing, but the A to Z of protection, that is found in my online coven, inkedspirit.com. You can join, you get access to all of the lesson archives, because these lessons on cleansing and protection are a couple of years old, but as you can see today, all of the information still applies. So there's over 4 years of content in the archives in Ink Spirit, and it's stuff just like this to help you with everyday magic. I would love to have you join. It's inkedspirit.com. We're working on magical waters and ritual baths this month. Next month, we move into the element of earth. So that would be December. We move into the element of earth with using the element of earth to root into yourself and establish who you are. I love it. I'm so excited about the winter coming up. You get me for a live lesson and a workshop every single month. And you get an amazing supportive group of witches, eclectic witches, to sit around and just shoot the shit with and just be witchy with. It's great. I would love to have you join inkedspirit.com. Let me do my Patreon shout outs, the new members for this week. Thank you so much for joining as a paid member of my Patreon. And that is patreon.com/inkedgoddesscreations. We have, and I apologize if I butcher this. I am so sorry. I'm going to say Anjanette. Maybe. I may have put way too much of a French twist on that, but thank you for joining. We have Rosa, thank you, Brittany, and Courtney. And Courtney, I love the spelling of your name. I'm not going to spell it here, but if you just joined and you're listening, Courtney, I love the spelling of your name. Okay. So these are the new paid members. Thank you so much for supporting me as a witchy creator. Again, my Patreon is patreon.com/inkedgoddesscreations. There is a free tier, okay? But on the free tier, you're just going to get random stuff here and there, some fun articles, some fun PDFs. It's just whenever I feel like posting on the random, yeah, that's what happens. The $5 tier is the podcast tier, and then you have a $9 prophecy portals, which gets you the podcast tier plus a weekly tarot reading for the week's energy. And then the $13 tier is magical manuscripts. You get the podcast tier, the prophecy tier, and Book of Shadow pages. And I'm getting ready to do, by the end of the week, a huge drop for you all on the magical manuscripts tier. It'll be multiple sets of Book of Shadow pages for you all. So thank you for sticking with me through the busy season. It's crazy. So that's what I have for you all today. Over on the Patreon, the bonus content is going to be 3 of my quick and easy actual practices that I use to quickly ground, cleanse, and protect, which I did use to help me fight my anxiety. So that's what the bonus content over on Patreon is going to be for this episode. So I want to thank you all for being here, for being a listener. If you are listening on something like Spotify, if you could please rate so that other witchy listeners can find us, or at least share the podcast with your witchy friends. That would really help out, because I would love for this to, go out, especially to beginner witches. There's so much information out there that's absolutely so crazy. And at least according to the reviews of my podcast that I've seen, I'm able to present information in extremely relatable ways. So it really helps beginner witches. And I love reading y'all's reviews and when they join the coven, seeing, what they had to say there. But definitely rate, share, all that kind of good stuff. Okay. But thank you all for listening and for being here. And I will see you all again next week. Bye.